Hey YouTube, welcome back to the channel. Today I am going to do an SGC preview and then a blind reveal. I like to do that. I like to show you the cards, send them off and get them back all in one video. A lot of these cards I've shared with you over the last few months, so I will try to, I'll try not to talk as much, although I do have a tendency to do that. So let's just jump in. The first card I'm gonna send off is this 1956 Sandy Koufax. This one I shared with you on my video for Theo over at Clemente Collector. This is one of my better loved cards. As you can see, it's got a crease up here in the corner. Also, when I flip it over, it's got some writing on here. So I fully expect this to come back an A, and anything above an A, well, I just consider that a win, but I just want to get a second year Koufax slabbed. So I'm starting out with that one. The next card I'm going to send in, I shared this with you a while back, is this 56 Aaron. And, I bought this off of eBay, and I don't know if it said trimmed or altered. I can't remember, but it was a great deal. It's a beautiful card. I think it could be trimmed here. I do know that in the back, there's some pen up here, number 44. So I don't know if that's why they stated it, but my belief is that this card's gonna come back in A also, but it's just a gorgeous card. There's no wrinkles, no anything. So I'm excited to get this one slabbed and back. And then, anything above an A, if that would, in my mind, be, well, winner, chicken dinner, right? But I'm thinking an A on this one. The next card for me, I shared this with you in one of my first videos, and this is a 1960 Clemente. I haven't sent it in because this Clemente it's a little beat up when you look at it up close. The corners and the centering, I'm not sure how this is going to grade. The back is pretty sharp. My guess on this Clemente is probably, I'd like to see it come back a 3. But I would not be surprised if it comes back, a 2, 2.5. So my guess with Roberto is about a 2 to a 3. 1967 Henry Aaron. This is a nice card. It's got a great picture. Centering is a little off, but outside of that, it's in pretty good shape. The back looks pretty strong. SGC is really tough on centering, so this one for me is a tough one. I could see this coming in as low as a 2, and I could see it coming in as high as a 4. So I think we're thinking a 3 here, potentially a 4 for Henry. Pretty nice card though. I can't wait to get it slabbed. This card I shared with you, it's a 71 Nolan Ryan. I picked this up the last time the National was in Rosemont. I think I paid $40, and this is in really good shape. Love this card. I'm a huge fan of 71, as you know. The big issue I have is if you look down here, you can see a little bit of chipping and a small, what looks like a crease in that bottom corner. I'd love to see this come back at a 6. I think it could come back at a 5. I'd love to see it come back at a 6. I've sent in a few of the 71s, and the best grades I've gotten so far are a 6. So that's what I'd love to see here, but it could come back a 5. Either way, though, it's going to be a nice card. Here's the 1969 Nolan Ryan that I picked up. I showed you for Christmas. The rest of these cards now are going to be some of the cards I got for Christmas or my birthday. Love this card. This card has a beautiful, beautiful picture, and it's pretty well centered. What I'll tell you, though, is the corners are round, and there are, as you can see down here, up here, and up here, some potential creases in this thing. So I think that's going to ding it when it comes back. I'm guessing I'd like to see this come back at a 3, but it could come back as a 2 also. So this thing's, probably, I'm going to guess a 3. That's going to be my guess. That's what I'd really like to see, is a 3 for Mr. Ryan. 1960 Willie Mays. I absolutely love this card, and it's in really, really good shape. Centering just a little off left to right, as you can see. But, it's the front and the back look pretty solid. I would like to see this one get a 4. That's what I'm shooting for. I'm thinking it's between a 3 and a 5. So I'm gonna go with the 4 and hope that's what it comes back with. That would be a great grade for Mr. Mays. 64 Mantle, beautiful, beautiful picture. Centering is off left to right, as you can see. Corners are a little soft, and you know, there is a little bit of chipping here. So this one's a hard one for me to predict, but I'm gonna go with a 3 to a 3.5 on this card for a 64 Mantle. 68 Mantle, this card, you know, I think is gorgeous. Left to right, centering's pretty close. The corners have a little bit of rounding, as you can see, or issues with them, so that's what's gonna hold it back. The back of the card looks fantastic. You know, this one's a tough one for me. I think this could be a 4 to a 5, so I would love to see this card come in, you know, 4, 4.5, 5 was, you know, I don't know where, but 4 to a 5 on this card is what I think is realistic. Here's the 59 Jim Brown second year card. This card is a cool card. I love it. You know, it's a little nicked on the corners, got a little bit of a scrape there. So the picture's solid though. My guess is this card's going to be somewhere between a 2 and a 3. A 3 would be lucky. And then the last one is the 54 Ted Williams, and this one's in great shape. It's a beautiful card, a lot of vibrant color. The back looks really good. Does have a little bit of a wrinkle there. I'd like to see this card. I'd love to see it come back between a 3 and a 4. I think it's got a chance at that. Anyway, there you have it. I'm going to send these off, and in a minute, we'll see what I got. Stay tuned. Thanks. So the cards are back. You know, I sent them off to SGC on a Wednesday, and I got them back a week and 4 days later. So they really turn these things around quickly. I haven't seen the grades yet, so I will be just like you, seeing them for the very first time. So let's get it. Let's just jump right in. I think this first one is the 56 Sandy Koufax. I think I told you this one was, you know, it's got the writing and the marking on it, and it's pretty weathered. So I'm expecting this to be an authentic. Let's see what they gave me. Okay, came back a 1. So that's a win for me. I'm really excited about that. It's a good looking card. You know, I'm happy. I'm happy I got this graded. Happy it came back a 1. That's a win. Awesome. Awesome. Great start. Next one is this Henry Aaron, and I think this one also is going to come back authentic. It's a 56 Aaron, but it's a really beautiful card. So let's see what they gave me. Yep, they gave me authentic, evidence of trimming. I thought that might be what I get, but you know, that's still a beautiful card. I'm pretty excited about it for what I paid for this thing. You know, it's a gorgeous card, so I'm pretty happy with that. Next card is the 1960 Roberto Clemente. I think I was thinking this is between a 2 and a 3. It's a pretty beat up card. So let's just flip it over and see what we got. Holy moly, a 4. Wow, now that's a nice grade. I'm really excited about that. I thought this was going to come in at a 2 to a 3. So couldn't be any more happy than this one. Get a 4 on this. That's fantastic. Awesome. Here is the 67 Henry Aaron. The back on this card, as you can see, is really sharp. Front on this card, it's a little off. So I was thinking this one was going to come back between a 3 and a 4. So let's see what we got. A 5.5. Okay, well, so far I'm really happy with this grader. That's a nice, beautiful card. Look how nice it is. If the centering was better, this thing probably could have gotten higher, but I'm not going to complain. I thought it was a 3 to a 4, and I got a 5.5. So far, so good. Here comes the 1971 Nolan Ryan. This card, you know, I think is in really good shape. It's got a little bit of a nick on that bottom corner. I was hoping this would be, I'd like to see a 6, but somewhere between a 5 and a 6. So let's see what we got for Mr. Ryan. Okay, a 4. So, yeah, I mean, I guess it's that corner down there. They're really tough on these cards. That's a pretty good looking 4 to me. Just one spot in the corner. They were pretty tough on this. I know Sammy Thunders thinks that they grade these things a little easier. Not my experience, Sammy. I always get hammered on these. But okay, let's go. Now we got a 69 Nolan Ryan. And this Nolan Ryan, I knew is a little beat up in the corners, and you can even see it in the back. So I was thinking a 3 to a 4 on this, and a 2. Okay, yeah, it's pretty beat up. You can even see a little wrinkle up there, but that's about as good looking a 2 as you're gonna get. So I can live with that, especially for what I paid for it. I didn't pay a whole lot of money for this card, so a 2 is a nice card. I'm pretty happy with that. And now we're getting into some of the bigger ones. Starting with the 1960 Willie Mays. I was hoping for a 4 here, thinking it could be as low as a 3, but hoping for a 4. So let's see what they gave Mr. Mays. They gave him a 3.5. See, now I find that really funny, because I think this card is way better condition than the Clemente that we pulled, and they gave Mr. Clemente a 4. So still okay with a 3.5. It's a good looking card. I just find it a little odd, because I do believe that this card is in much better condition than that Clemente. Okay, 1964 Mickey Mantle. This one was a little nicked on the back, so I was concerned that this one probably was going to come in the 2 to 3 range, I think is what I thought. Outside shot a 4, but really a 2 to a 3. So let's see what they gave him. And they gave him a 2. So yeah, the centering on this card isn't as sharp as it could be. You know, I still I got a really good deal on it. So once again, I'm pretty happy with the 2. I was hoping for a 3, just based on the centering and the nicking. That's probably what caused it to come down. Okay, this is the 1968 Mickey Mantle, and you know, this one, the corners are a little worn. Outside of that, though, everything else was pretty good. I was kind of hoping for a 3 to a 4 on this one. Let's see what they gave him. Wow, a 2.5. That I'm not really getting. I mean, I know my corners are a little tight there, but unless there's a wrinkle, and maybe that's a wrinkle right there, I don't know. Yeah, maybe that is. So maybe it is a 2.5. Well, that's okay. It's a beautiful 2.5, and I'm happy to have it in the collection. But I thought this card would grade a little higher, but that does look like it could be a little bit of a wrinkle right there that I might have missed. So, okay. All right. Jim Brown. I was hoping for Jim to come back in a 2, probably, is what I thought this card would come back in. It's pretty beat up, so hoping for a 2. Let's see what they gave Jim. They gave him a 1. Okay, that's fair too. This card's not in the best condition, but it's a second year Jim Brown, so and I'm happy to have that. So pretty excited about that. And the last card is my favorite of the group. It's the 54 Williams. You know, I was hoping that this would come back in a 3 range, maybe outside of a 4, but based on the last few, I've been getting hit pretty hard. So let's see what they hit with Mr. Williams. Yeah, 2.5. Okay. Still 2.5 of Teddy Ballgame, very first ever tops. I can live with that. So there you have it. I think it was a mixed review for me. I would tell you that I started off strong, and I think towards the end it just they got a little worse, and but still great cards. So let me know what you think, and thanks for watching. Stay safe, keep collecting. We'll talk to you soon.